Well, happy Friday. Cooking loaves indoors, so I'm a bit delayed down here, so it must only be just about 10:30 I think. But I've actually got a van full, surprise, surprise. So I'm not going to bore you with showing you because it's crazy. I'm going to unload and we're going to get on with parsnips, carrots and getting those first earlies in. Right, I've had a little change of plan. It's quite warm in this greenhouse, so the peas are going to stay suspended and they're doing fantastic. And Rachel said she gave up on it because it was bending a bit. I've got 4 trays in there and I'm quite happy with that. Just moved the strap in there a bit closer to the middle. I'll put 4 in, put another one in the middle just to suspend it, tie it up to something at the top. Be fantastic. Broad beans looking good. I'll check the roots on them in a minute. I've got so much to do today. Again, sweet peas looking good. So yes, everything on these trays is now going into that bit over there. I just think that gets less hot if we have a sunny day. I don't want everything in here scorching, so all that back tray will come out. These will just stay in here. Onions can stay in here, I think. But it's mainly the little more susceptible seedlings, calabrese and them. So I'm just going to crack on with that because ideally today I want to get the first earlies and the extra earlies in. So there's Sharpes Express. And then I've got the Pentland Javelin, which is the first early, and a rocket. So they are all going in this bed and some in the 2 trial beds over there. Right, and whatever's left in here, I'm not going to cram them in, I'm going to take them home and put them in the home garden. So I've got 5 Pentland Javelin and 3 rocket left there. So right, let's get these in. Again, trowel to a trowel's depth. Try not to disturb it too much. Put it down in the slit, push it down, back over. Down they go. My first earlies in. Let's go on to the trial beds and get the Sharpes Express in. So I think for this experiment I'm just going to put 6 of each, but I'm going to pick out roughly 6 the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the little tiny ones out, they'd be good to put in a bucket. Right, and the last time I was down here, this bed, because it had my own manure on it and I hadn't done the hot compost, so I had to just do a quick weed. They just literally come out of no dig beds, roots and all, so it just takes a little bit of time. Eventually they'll be knocked back. Right, so I'm just gonna move the seaweed and see what we've got under here. So I'm just going to clear this and then I'll come back and we'll get these trial potatoes in this bed. The green manure wasn't that great this year. I don't think I got it in early enough. A little bit in there, didn't grow to its full potential, I don't think. Because of the width difference in the 2 trial beds, this bed will have an extra line of everything in it. That won't make any difference to the trial. Just making full use of the area. So these are my first earlies, Sharpes Express with a seaweed mulch. I am actually going to put how many potatoes I had on here too, so I'll just put 6. Right, so there is going to be a line of carrots in there in a minute, but I'll come back and do that when I've got my other spuds in the other trial bed. Let's gather up some seaweed. Let's get that covered. One disadvantage so far, isn't it? It blows away. Maybe next year if I collect some more, I will put it on top of the bed and then put the year's mulch on top. That will help it stay down. Can only try, can't we? Try these things for yourself. Best way of learning. Alright, I'm playing football with one here. Not good. Those are the ones that I'm going to take home. Right, let's go again. So that's it, my first earlies are in. 3 varieties, Sharpes Express, Pentland Javelin over there, and the Rocket. So I'm happy they're all in. Next it's the carrots. I'm going to do some in the carrot bed over there, which I know is a success after last year. A row in each of these trial beds with the seaweed on. So again, let's crack on. Easiest way I find is to get a piece of wood and draw a drill with that where you want your carrots to go. Not too deep, not digging a hole. So I'm going to try and get them in the same spot on the parallel beds. That'll do. Nice little line. Follow through with my hand. Making sure I've given the potatoes plenty of room to spread out and not impede the carrots. That'll do for me. Right, carrot seed. Alright, and let's just water that. And again, just watering the drill. Haven't grown carrots in these beds. This was my tomato bed last year. And this bed over here was a bit of a non-starter. For my trial beds, I'm going to be doing the mixed rainbow. We tried these last year in the raised bed over there and it didn't do very well. So we'll try that again. I've got 2 labels, tiny as they are, but they will do for now. So pick a nice windy day because carrots are definitely a flyaway seed. And out of all the packets, the Premier Seed ones are the most difficult to get into. Right, let's have a look. Right, I'm going to put them all on my hand and I'm going to get up, walk along the beds and get them sown from a good angle. Pretty low, pretty trying to space them out. And I will be thinning these out for sure. But we do have quite stony ground here, so these could be very forked carrots, but we won't know unless we try. Right, I'm happy with that for a line there. Right, quite a few jobs done there, quite pleased with that. Carrots in, potatoes in, and parsnips in. As you can see, finally that cutting celery is out It's got quite large roots on that, so that wasn't easy to get out, but that's gone straight on the compost. These are going to be my 2 tomato beds this year. I've bought all the canes. I've got 40 canes to build 2 structures here to get my tomatoes growing. Transferred a lot of my seedlings into here. I can open the windows in here, a little bit of fresh air in. I don't think it gets as hot in here as it would the greenhouse. That's what we've had so far. So yeah, lettuce, cabbages, some flowers, beetroot, zinnias, marigolds, kohlrabi, beetroot, quite a bit. In fact, I'm going to move the beetroot because I think the slugs can get up here a lot easier. So if they're on here, it might deter them a little bit. But yeah, I'm happy that things are filling up. Just while I'm here, have you seen this? Is it the tree kale? Tree kale, tree cabbage. The walking stick kale. It's the kale. Wow. I'm wondering if to harvest some of that or just leave it and see what happens to it. Amazing. Right, little update in here. Let's have a look. Wow, look. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is the 9-star broccoli. And there's so many little shoots coming off it all the way down. Let's have a go at that. Another one there. I think I'm going to get some more of these. I know you can get cuttings off that, but I don't do really good with cuttings. I might go and grab a coffee and get a few things that Tricia needs for at home, because she got all her Farmer Gracie bulbs yesterday and she spent hours and hours working out where she's going to put them, how high they're going to grow and what conditions they need. So she's been very busy. And I've had this camera at all sorts of angles today. I'm going to finish up here. Take care, look after yourself. Bye. We are at 100 Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, and we are almost in the active. How great is that? And that was just flipping it, taking out, if I can lift this up, taking out a lot of the thicker branches that I only put there temporary, just to aerate the bottom of it, but I do need to come and chop them up. And I've put the fake grass over the top, just a spare piece we had, and just some bokashi, a bokashi bin and some bokashi fluid. Turned it, wrapped it in plastic to protect it from the rain, so I'm happy with that. Oh, I got to state my hair. Having building work over by the plot entrance, so a bit noisy today. Right, get back to it. Happy Tuesday. Nice to get out. I thought it was going to rain. Let's see what we are welcomed with today on the right pear plot. So in between, I'll try and talk. Let's have a look what we got going on down the right pear plot today. Right, as you'll see from earlier on in this video, I planted my first outdoor carrots. So they're looking good. Little bit of bindweed there. That'll be a job today, I think, just going around checking all the beds, getting out any weeds that are coming out now. Couple of parsnips which I do need to get out before the other ones that I sowed a couple of days ago start to germinate. More weeds. So it's a weed day. Definite weed day. Let's go and investigate these mushrooms. You won't believe the size of them. I'm going to harvest some of these today. I don't think you can tell from this camera, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we should do some more in this side now. 13, 14, 15, 16 morels. Maybe I should go into business. Right, let's cut some morels for lunch. Huge, these are huge. Put my hand there just so you can get a scale of it. I'm going to cut 4 or 5 and save the rest. There we go. Some big ones in there. They'll get cleaned up at home. I think I'm just going to go and get that one out of there for now. A few more popping up to keep us in morels for a little while. So there's a nice little harvest of morels. I'm going to leave the rest. There's about another 12. Leave the rest for another day to get bigger, while I just now come in here with the advice of some friends. I'm going to harvest me some walking stick kale. Some leaves, I think, and some of the florets, and some more of the little broccolis that we've got left. So it's a morel and kale day. This is a job for today. Screwing that back in. We have had fun and joy with this, even last year. Old greenhouse, new device. Right, I've got my screwdriver set to sort that out. That's a pea swing. Right, I'm going to multitask. Stop talking, concentrate. Let's try and remember how we do this without breaking glass. When we took the plot on, this greenhouse was included, but the old auto vent window had seen better days. So I purchased a new one, but we had to sort of adapt it to fit. I think that's going to work. Auto vent, tick. Let's go and get a watering can and give these plants a water. Duck. Good job I'm little, innit? I can already smell these broad beans. Oh, they've got little tops coming on them already. I think we're due some cold nights, so I am not going to put them out just yet. They're going to be all right in here for a little bit longer. Even trying to get one of the trays out. Help! Oh my god. Why is that not coming out? It's supposed to be easier in these, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Right. Some good roots on those. That wasn't easy, was it? I'm just going to take them out actually. I think I've just given them too much water. Wow, look at that. I'm so tempted to put them out, but at the same time, nervous. Very nervous that something will come along and eat them, or the frost will get to them. I think there's only one cell that's not got anything in. Right, let me just empty that out and put them back for now. Hopefully they're easier to put back in than they were to take out. But one more. Oh, slug. Fun starting. Emma. Such a tight squeeze getting that last one in. There we go. Job done. Right, that's everything watered, so I'm off on a weed whack. But not with a weed whacker. With my hands. Little one for Claire over at the veg plot thickens. I planted pot marigolds in here last year and I hoed this the other day, but they're everywhere. Everywhere. I'm sure it's going to look pretty, but if I'd have known, they wouldn't have gone in. Big self-seeders. Big self-seeders. Let's have a look. In here the plastics come off. Stinging nettles out the way. Right. We're in the active bit of this compost, which is good. Similar to the one at home. Keep it covered. Start on the next one. Right. Let's get in that shed and get weeding. I know some of you know, but the majority won't have done. Last Saturday, Tricia and I was up the home garden just trying to finish off the compost bay area. It just needed some more black plastic, but before we could attach the plastic, Tricia just wanted to take off the top of one of the pallets, just so it was more aesthetically pleasing on the eye. Unfortunately, she had a bit of a run-in with the mini chainsaw. Just caught her finger end. I say just, she caught her finger end and it chewed at the tip of her finger. So we was up A&E for 2 or 3 hours and they just had to assess it and make sure she'd not got anything in it. Luckily, she hadn't used the chainsaw previously, so it was clean. Small mercies, but they weren't sure from the x-ray whether or not she'd hit the bone, and there were bone fragments within the skin tissue, so, and they gave her the all clear. So very heavily strapped finger, which she had redressed yesterday at the doctor's, and she's on the mend. Still doing what she does, planting bulbs. Was it a few days before she got the Farmer Gracie order, and she'd been planning for quite a while where, how to plant those or to get them going. So rubber gloves on, she battled on and managed to get all her bulbs in, which is a relief. As you may also have seen, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I think when I checked this morning, we were at 940, 41, 42, I think. Haven't checked today so far, but we are just so grateful to everybody that's subscribed, old and new, from day one right up to today. We are pushing for that 1K now. I think more than anything, it just clarifies that what we're doing is watchable. We do it our way. I'm more of a grafter. I'm not so much of an editor and a think ahead to what I'm planning. I'm no film crew. I just film what I'm doing during the day, and that's probably why my videos are a bit fast paced. I think I always try and slow down, but I can't. It's the way I do it. So my gardening comes first. My sewing, my plots come first, and then the editing comes second, but I do my best. Tricia bought me a new laptop so I could do the editing on the laptop. Obviously that's a new skill I'm going to have to learn because I do it all on my iPhone at the present. So that's another time-consuming part of the YouTubing community where you have to be good at editing. So let's get cracking. Oh, while I'm at it, I just want to thank Mal. I was at work last night and seen that he'd put a video up, and right at the end he gave us a bit of a shout out, just trying to encourage people to subscribe to our channel. So let's go and pull some weeds. Another one done. That's now weeded, looking much better. Much better. I think it's going to be coffee time and then on to the next. Right, as I wait for the kettle to boil and actually sit down, I'm going to say goodbye for this week. Tricia is on her way down. It's not going to be for another couple of hours. I've got a couple more areas to weed today and that'll be me done. I've watered everything that needs watering. Yeah. Have a great week. Happy sowing. Keep smiling. Take care. Bye. How often do I sit down? So yeah, no time like the present. Let's crack on. Crack on. Crack on, Jimmy. Crack on. Who used to say that? Crack on. Crack-a-jack. Now I've got my new laptop off Tricia, I'm going to try and... Oh, stop saying Even though I've got a hard drive. Oh, what are you talking about? Again.
We appreciate that. We really do.